Welcome back. This is day 3 of the Profit Push, and today is all about how to open the floodgates of pent-up demand that you have in your business that you don't even know exists right now. We're going to talk about 6 different pathways to make daily sales in your business inside the virtual business school. And I don't know about you, but I love some simplicity because I know after years and years of leading teams at scale that simplicity is what scales, complexity is what kills, and daily sales are what make running a business really, really fun and fulfilling again. Is there anyone here that wants to make running their business fun and fulfilling again? Give me some fire in the chat. Give me some emojis in the chat if you are ready to make running your business fun and fulfilling again. Now, those of you that have been following this journey know that I came from the high ticket space for over 10 years. I still have several companies that operate in the high ticket space. But I noticed a really crazy, disturbing trend over the last, 5 years, which was that a whole lot of people were coming into these high ticket programs and they were struggling because they were in way over their head. They couldn't get a return on their investment because they were spending far too much money for the position that they were at in their business. And they couldn't work fast enough to make a viable return. And I said to myself, why should it only be people that either like have a secret fund or work a second job or already have a 7 or 8 figure business that deserve to access the tools and the trainings and the secrets that people that run 7 and 8 and 9 figure businesses already know? Why should you have to be in an $80,000 mastermind in order to access the information that everyone that wants to start, grow, and scale a business should know? Because it is the fundamentals of success that all of us operate on every single day. And so I begun by looking for resources that I could potentially refer my clients to, people to that weren't quite ready or it wasn't the right time to invest in a high ticket product or solution. And I really scanned the market. I looked at the tools, the memberships, the products that were available, and there was just nothing I could put my name behind. There was nothing that I could confidently say, yes, I can recommend you, my loyal podcast listener, someone that's subscribed to my email list, someone that's been a part of my community, someone that I care about, that I want to be able to get a result and grow so that you can come join my $80,000 program. There was just nothing I could put my name behind. And so I started my 6th company. I guess we just celebrated a year of membership inside the virtual business school. And I will tell you, I was not looking to start a 6th company. I homeschool my daughter, and I also run several other, companies at scale, large teams, and really wasn't looking for a new project to do. But I felt that this was something really crucial because when you look at the stats, despite an industry that is absolutely exploding, the business growth space is absolutely exploding, the success rate of businesses hasn't changed. That's disturbing to me. It's disturbing to me that 85% of businesses still fail, even though the industry that's supposed to be helping them is absolutely experiencing explosive, off the charts growth. That doesn't add up to me. And so I had 2 choices. I could get mad about it or I could do something about it. And so I decided to put my money where my mouth was, start the virtual business school, and decide that I was going to compete with a multi-billion-dollar industry of people spending 200 grand to get an MBA, learning all theory and no practical business implementation, and the industry that is providing this same level of service and support for $50,000, $60,000, $80,000. And so here we are today. You're in my workshop. We're here to talk about how to make daily sales with the virtual business school and how to open the floodgate to daily sales in your business, not by putting a complicated funnel in place, not by trying to hack the algorithm, not by trying to keep up with all the trends and the latest things that are happening that change every other day in the online space, but instead how to master the most basic fundamental of the core of what business is all about, which is adding value and solving problems for people. And when we add value and we solve problems for people and we're able to connect with them in a meaningful way, people are going to continue to buy from us, and our impact and our influence is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Comment grow in the chat if you would love to impact more people. If that's one of the things that really drives you in your business, comment grow in the chat if that's one of the big things that inspires you that you really want to do in your business. Yeah, me too. Me too. And so that's the big why behind the virtual business school for me, because I want anyone who has that true desire in their heart, that believes that their calling is to be of service in the world, that wants to make a difference, to be able to access the right tools and trainings to build a 6, 7, or 8-figure business. And I don't want you to have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to do it. That's why an annual subscription to the virtual business school is only $539, or you can join with no contract, no recurring commitment of any kind for $49 a month. And I said to the team when we were launching the virtual business school that I intentionally was going to set this up where there was no contractual obligation, because I want to be the most elite online university for rapid business growth in the world. And that means we have to stay sharp. And we need you to come back every single month and keep buying from us by choice, not because you're obligated to, because that's a huge problem in our industry right now. And in order to buck that trend, I have to create something that completely dissolves it, where people are getting such amazing results that they want to be our clients for life, and they want to connect to our anchor. They want to link to our ship. They want to soar to the universe with us, because they see that we're the people that are the real deal, bringing the best in class strategies, tools, and resources to help them to grow each day. So that's the heart behind the virtual business school. Now, why did I say at the beginning of the session that I'm going to help you open the floodgates to the pent-up demand that you don't even know exists in your business right now? So the truth is, you've been lied to. And everyone has been saying for so many years now that I think they just say it kind of out of habit and pattern at this point. If you're struggling to grow your business, just raise your prices. I mean, I still see this on my feed every single day. I still see the biggest names in the online coaching space telling people that if they just raise their prices, that they are going to grow faster and have more success in their businesses. And what no one's talking about, and what no one's being honest about, and I have been for 2.5 years, by the way, I've been talking about these on my live streams for 2.5 years now, is I will give you a fact. And I researched this fact right before I got on the live today, because I didn't want to misspeak, and I wanted to make sure that what I was saying was absolutely accurate. So I researched it right before I got on the live today, because I wanted the latest data. As of this moment, the average business owner has lost 55% of their income in the last 2 years. 55%. I looked that up moments before I got on this live because I wanted to be accurate. We have seen in the United States of America, and I know we have people all around the globe, but I'm just giving you an example from a local premise. We have seen over 1.2 million layoffs in the last year, since the beginning of 2024. Okay, so these stats are very important for you to understand, because as I mentioned all throughout these sessions, the rules of the game have changed, and we are experiencing the great wealth transfer on so many levels right now for so many reasons. And it's happening because of the age of the boomer population. It's happening because currency changes and where and how people are buying and investing is changing. It's happening because of the tide changing and the economics shifting. And for people that own businesses, you have to know that all the rules have changed, and that you have to align with both the zeitgeist of how your people are thinking and how your people are buying, and the economics of the game that you're playing in. So if you have been selling mid-ticket or high-ticket services, comment in the chat right now. I just want to get a read on everyone that we have here. Comment in the chat if you sell mid-ticket or high-ticket services, or, just give me like an idea. So everyone's saying yes, 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 yes. Okay. So I want you all to give yourselves a huge pat on the back right now. Just take a moment and just take a breath. Because let me tell you something. You are a fighter. You are a warrior. You are a champion. And the fact that you are here today is so freaking epic and monumental, that the fact that you were able to persevere through, what you persevered through over the last 2 years economically, which everyone lied to you about and everyone gaslit you and told you the economy's good, everything's fine. It's not contracting. It's your mindset. Your mindset's the reason why you're not growing. Okay. 1.5 million people just got laid off. The average business owner's business decreased by 55%. We are clearly in a massive contraction. And so you should be so proud of yourself that you are here right now. You are still in business. That says so much about you. And all of you that are sitting here today that sell mid and high ticket, what I want you to realize is the reason why you feel like you have been running through quicksand and you can't seem to get any traction in your business is simply because if you're selling to the same market that you are selling to, the same avatar, the same dream buyer, the same ideal client that you've had for any number of years, chances are over 50% of those people that were qualified no longer can afford your product, program, or service. That just wiped out half the people that want to buy from you, that need your thing, and that for all intents and purposes were your ideal buyer. But their circumstances have changed. Their circumstances have radically changed. Okay. So this is why I keep telling you, everyone's still buying. People are still buying every single day. You can make multiple sales in your business every single day, but the rules have changed. People that are spending money on mid-ticket and high-ticket services, not only are they spending months longer making that decision than they once did, they're vetting their service providers much more deeply than they once did. They're really thinking about this like they're going in on this one thing and it has to work for them. Whereas a couple years ago, people would sign up for a coaching program, a mastermind, 3 courses, an in-person event. They'd do it all. Right? The money was just flowing. It was easy. No one was thinking twice about it. It was a different world. So if you have been continuing to market your business, you've been continuing to sell, you've been continuing to show up and do the work, what that means is there is an immense amount of pent up demand in your ideal buyer market of people that were once easily able to afford your thing that no longer can afford your thing. And so all you're doing is you are trying to run on a treadmill that isn't going anywhere because yes, these people love you. Yes, they want to buy from you. Yes, they'd love to be in your program, but it's not just their mindset or their psychology that's the reason why they're not buying. It's that they need a life raft. They need a life raft. They need you to extend an olive branch and say, you know what? Hey, Cindy, I know that you would love to be in my, ABC XYZ program. I know we've been having a conversation about that, but I just created a springboard. I just created something that you can actually get started with today for $500. It's going to help you do ABC XYZ. And we can have another conversation 3 months from now about whether or not it makes sense for you to up level into that other thing. Okay. So you have so much pent up demand in your market, in your Facebook group, people that attended your launches, people that signed up for your masterclasses, people sitting on your email list, people that are watching you on social media, people that want, need, and used to be able to afford your thing that one day will be able to afford your thing again, because remember, the economy just runs in cycles, right? That are waiting for you to just open up an opportunity for them that's a match where they just so happen to be today. And what I love the most about trust building offers is that when I think about a trust building offer, not only is a trust building offer going to tap into your ideal client, it's going to give them something that they can take immediate action on that's going to make it far more likely that they're going to be able to have success in your next level thing. Think about it as a springboard, a running head start. It's giving them that opportunity to have a stepping stone that's still leading them to that result, but it's coming back to that basic fundamental that everyone needs, that everyone always needs to be working on refining or cleaning up or resetting on or refocusing on. And that's why I keep coming back to the fundamentals, right? Because the fundamentals exist in every single industry. The fundamentals, whether you're investing, whether you're working on your mindset, whether you're working on your body, you're working on your relationship, you're working on your nutrition, you're working on your money management, this refocusing on the fundamentals is number one, it's the area where people can get the biggest results the fastest, because it's the stuff that we once did that made us successful that we then stopped doing because we thought we were successful, and we tried to do the fancy dance, and then the fancy dance took all our money, and then we missed all the fundamentals, and then we weren't making any money anymore. Can I get an amen? This is what happens. And it happens across all industries. It happens all the time. Once we think we know something, we move on from the very thing that made us successful, right? So I really want your wheels turning today about what is that basic fundamental thing that you could give your audience right now. What's that one thing you could give your audience right now that if you were like, if I could just get in their world and I could just do this one thing right now, they would see immediate results. Whether it's a change to their diet, whether it's getting their 10,000 steps, whether it's getting back on track with doing, do we have anyone here that helps people with investing? Is there anyone here that helps people with investing? Right? So everyone in the world is like freaking out right now. Like, what should I do with my money? What should I do? Should I pull all my money out? Should I sell everything? Whatever. And the people that are investment strategists that have watched the economy cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle are like, slow down, cowboy. Like, dollar cost averaging, like keep investing, like find the commodities, find the long-term things that are like forever investments, like, take a breath, right? They want to bring people back to the fundamentals because they know what goes up goes down and what goes down goes up, right? This is what it's all about. Okay. So I want you to think about, yes, see, I got Leah. She's here in the audience and she said, yes, we love dollar cost averaging, right? Because you're not Warren Buffett. We'd all love to be Warren Buffett. We're not Warren Buffett, right? So these are the things. Okay. So what I want you thinking about, and I want you to share in the chat right now for me. I want you to share in the chat for me right now. Is anybody coming up with an idea of something that they know sits and is in present with their audience that is something that they could help people to get an immediate ROI, an immediate fast result on? That if you helped everyone in your audience get an immediate, simple, fast result in that thing, not only would they like be a raving fan for life, but they would also probably be a lot more likely to want or feel comfortable investing in your next level thing. Can someone share in the chat? So Sarah says yes. Minnie says yes. Yes, absolutely. Danielle says yes. Who else is getting an idea? Feel free to share your idea in the chat. And hi, friends on Facebook. Our team is in Facebook too, and I can't wait to come to Facebook afterwards and read all of your comments. Okay. All right. If you don't know what that thing is yet, then absolutely keep letting the wheels turn. Jennifer, I love it. And you know what I love about the 7-day reset that you're talking about, Jennifer? That's something that someone can do over and over and over again. So when I think about the circle, okay, what happens is someone does the reset, they get on a really good path with their gut and their hormones, and they're like, things are all starting to work and they're feeling really good. And then they start moving on to something else. But that reset is something that is a home base that people can keep coming back to over and over and over again, whether it's a current customer, a past customer, someone that just wants to check you out and see what your vibe feels like to work with you for the first time. And that's the circle that I'm talking about. So hopefully this is making sense for everyone. Okay. I absolutely love this. Post in the chat if you have an idea. Yes, Tanya, I love it. Fantastic. Okay, that's okay. Sharice, I want you to keep thinking. Let the wheels turn. I want you to keep thinking, what is that thing that when you see your customers and when you guys interact with your customers, I want you to think to yourself, when someone's telling you their whole story about where they are, where they want to be, and what they like really would love to see happen and why they're not there, what's the thing that you see immediately that they never do? Write that down. What's the thing that you see immediately that they never do? What's the thing you can see so clearly that you can literally take action on and give them as an immediate instant action step that they could get results from right away? Keep thinking, keep sharing. I want you guys to share in the chat. Jennifer just wrote, You actually helped me refine something yesterday that helped me close $100,000. It would have been 65,000. So thank you. Well, Jennifer, congratulations. That's why we're here. That's why we do these sessions. You're giving yourself the gift of being here so that you can think, so that you can open up your mind, so that you can refocus on your big why, which is solving problems, right? And as business owners, it's so easy for us to fall in the trap of getting frustrated about the problems that we have to solve all the time. But your most valuable tool that you have is your ability to solve people's problems. That's how you increase your income, by increasing your impact. So just try to give yourself the space and grace while you're here to say, like, what is that immediate front end problem that I could solve for hundreds, if not thousands of people, that they could get an immediate result from, which would make it that much more likely for me to be able to or want to move into that next step. Okay. So keep thinking, keep sharing. Okay. And I definitely want you guys to settle on that idea. So my point of sharing all of this today is that a lot of you think that people aren't buying because it is much slower to sell mid and high ticket right now. It takes many more follow-ups than it once did. The buying cycle is much slower, and you have to have a lot more built up trust with someone in order for even someone who wants, needs, and can afford it to buy. So the solution to that obviously is your trust building offer. And your trust building offer should serve the purpose of solving an immediate urgent need that's on the front end of whatever that thing is that you do, that creates immediate trust, because it immediately gets them unstuck or immediately provides some clear value to them that is far more valuable than what they paid, which now makes them feel like this is an incongruent relationship to the positive. Write that down. So you want them to feel like they spent this much and they got this much, so that when you invite them to take that next step, there's this huge amount of inherent trust and build up reciprocity because they spent this much and they got this much. And I keep having people telling us that VBS is worth $10,000, $50,000, $20,000. People keep saying that. And I'm like, yeah, because this is the future. This is my brand. This is my legacy. I want people to, when they think of Kelly Roach, I want them to say, oh yeah, I'm in her virtual business school. I got 100x return on my time there. You and everyone you know needs to join, right? That's my legacy play, because I want to see that statistic of 85% of businesses failing. I want to see that change. And I need to be able to serve millions of people in taking their businesses from in the red and into the black in order to do that. Are you with me? Everybody with me? Yes. Okay. So what I want you to know is that 55% of the business owners that once were qualified for your product now don't have the money for that high ticket product, even though they are the right demographic, they are the right person, right? And so, yes, you can keep raising and raising and raising the income level of the person that you're targeting. And of course, that's always a great idea to do. But any educated business owner knows that that process of elevating your avatar often takes 9 months, 12 months, sometimes even 15 months. So it's smarter for you right now, while you're raising the level of person that you're speaking to build that audience of people that do have income at that ideal level. You want to take advantage of the pent-up demand from all the work that you did over the last 2 years to market your brand, to grow your audience, to build your list, to build your Facebook group. You want to take all that work that you've done over the last couple of years, and you want to monetize that work. Is there anyone here that would love to monetize the work that you've done over the last 2 years? Okay. Yes. And I want you to realize this is why you probably saw my post yesterday. We had someone that just released her new trust building offer. Within 24 hours, Julie made 100 sales. Maria just launched her trust building offer. Very quickly, she made 140 sales. Why is that? Because they were tapping into all the work they had been doing over the last few years, that all of these people, that their income has slipped so substantially, or maybe they went from 2 household incomes to 1. You all have to realize that many households went from 2 incomes to 1. So when you hear me say there's 1.5 million, over 1.5 million layoffs that happened in the last just over a year in the US, think about that. That's 1.5 million households that just lost 50% of their income. So this is affecting both people that work for companies and people that have their own businesses. It's everywhere. So you're going to have a faster and easier time scaling very, very rapidly a trust building offer, and then cherry picking those people that want, need, and can afford that next level, plus creating your own engine and your own readiness boot camp for people to upsell, than waiting and hoping that magically the economy will turn around tomorrow, when my prediction is that is not. And I'm not saying that I have a crystal ball, and I'm not saying I'm always right, but I have been talking about these economic circumstances and the changes that we all need to make for over 2 years now. And it's why I started building all of these different business models in my own ecosystem. It's why in 2022, I moved out of operating strictly in the high ticket space, because I saw the economy starting to go down pretty dramatically in 2022. And that's when I started building business models and offers at the 5K price point. I did multiple offers at the 5K price point. And then eventually, as I saw it really declining, I was like, okay, we need to really rethink this altogether. We need to look at scalable models in the low ticket space, but we need to have a completely opposite approach to it versus what has been taught and how it's been done in the past. Okay. All right. So hopefully this is making sense. Minnie, I think you are in the virtual business school already, but I just want to mention this really quickly. For those of you in the virtual business school, if you go into the workbook that's part of the multi-part training on trust building offers, I give you all of these examples of price points and different business models and the types of offers that are good trust building offers. I will say there's obviously 100 different ways that you can do this, but I would say that for many of you, having some type of membership may be a great option. The reason why I like a membership is that it keeps people active with you for a longer time, giving them a chance to build the relationship with your business and your company and your brand, giving it time for them to get results, and then having a continued dialogue. I think of it as a paid audience versus someone that quickly comes in, gets a product, and leaves, because then it's a lot harder to maintain an ongoing conversation with them. So I'm not saying that the membership model is right for everyone, but I am saying I would consider, how are you building a paid audience where you can have a continued conversation with people, and it provides more value for them and for you, for there to be some continuity in that. Okay. For those of you that need the trust building training, if someone in on the team could just post in the chat for the people that are in virtual business school, just what the breadcrumbs are so that they can navigate to that multi-part series, to the workbook, to the examples, all of those things, that would be great. Okay. So the bottom line is you should all decide this week, if not this afternoon, what your trust building offer is going to be. And you should announce it. And you should announce it on your socials. You should announce it in your stories. You should do a post about it. You should go live about it. You should send an email to your list. Our client, Julie, that just had 100 sales with hers, literally, she emailed her list and let them know. And this is not magic, guys. That didn't just like magically happen. What Julie was doing was Julie was tapping into the audience that she was continually building, right? It's just that what she realized is, just like probably many of you, that she had a lot of people that wanted what she was offering, but maybe just couldn't quite afford it. Okay. Or maybe just weren't in a position, or maybe just didn't feel ready, or maybe we're still recovering from an investment that they made that didn't get them a result. So inside the virtual business school, not only are we going to teach you how to do a founding members launch, which is basically what I'm inviting you to do this afternoon, is take it live, get paid to create it, and to use these 6 mechanisms to start making daily sales of your trust building offer. And when you do a founding members launch, you basically can share that this is a founding members launch, and you can give a special price with a special quantity where only a certain number of people can get in at that price point. So what that does is it builds in immediate scarcity and urgency. It gives people a timeline to buy, and it gives them a reason to buy now, because it's a limited quantity for a limited time at a specific price that they want to take advantage of. And your goal should be, going back to all those people that have interacted with your brand in any way over the last 2 years and personally letting them know, hey, I know you're interested in getting ABC XYZ result. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I'm just now releasing, I'm doing the founding members launch for ABC XYZ. It's at this price point. This is the result it's going to help you get. This is what you can do to take action on it today. And your mind is going to be blown when you realize, yes, you have in fact been trying to run through quicksand, probably for a year, 2 years, maybe even longer. And yes, there are many, many sales sitting on the sidelines, people that are watching your social, people that are opening your email, people that are in your Facebook group, people that did a consult but didn't close, people that got referred to you, people that signed up for your launch. You don't realize how much that adds up. It adds up to a lot. And so a lot of you have so much opportunity waiting in the wings. And all you have to do is announce your founding members launch, which I recommend and encourage you to announce your founding members launch as soon as this afternoon, and to take it to market, get paid to create it, start delivering, start inviting people to upsell right away. The number one thing that Virtual Business School is going to do for you is it's going to remind you how simple doing business can be. So many of you could stop 80% of what you're doing right now, and it would have zero impact on your income. Many of you that are watching this video right now on Zoom and on Facebook or watching the replay could stop 80% of what you are doing, and it would not affect your income because you have been sold a bag of goods. You have been told that you can algorithm hack and SEO and funnel your way and evergreen your way to something that can only be done with human connection. People want to buy from people. People want to buy from companies where they feel like it's a relationship. And the beautiful, amazing thing about selling a trust building offer at scale is that you just do it in the DMs. You do it in the comment section of a post. You do it in a story and someone replies to the story and you send them the link. So you want to talk about winning. You want to talk about the energy of winning and the momentum of the energy that comes with winning. The easiest time to win is when you just won. And I could venture to guess that there's a lot of people here that if you start winning, you're going to find yourself winning more and winning more and winning more and winning more. And I'll tell you another thing. The biggest thing that leads to losing is your mindset when you've been losing. And when you've been swinging and you've been swinging and you've been swinging and you've been striking out because you're trying to sell things that people are just not psychologically ready to buy, they're not willing to buy, or they don't have the money to buy, that can steal your heart. It can steal your fire, your flame, right? So I want to encourage you to give yourself the gift of winning today. Join the Virtual Business School. You're going to focus on these 6 very, very basic paths. I just had them on the screen. I'll share them on my screen one more time. You're going to focus on these 6 very, very basic paths to selling your trust building offer on a daily basis. So you're going to have posts, you're going to have stories, you're going to use your DMs to simply connect and stay engaged with people. And by the way, today is the final day for the DM coaching call with Danielle. So if you want to learn how to sell in the DMs, is there anyone here? Comment in the chat. Is there anyone here who would love to learn how to sell in the DMs? Like literally A to Z, just like be done, like sell into DMs on a consistent basis. You make the offer, they buy the thing, one and done. You want to learn that? So that's one of the bonuses. That's one of the bonuses for those of you that are ready in Virtual Business School. Congratulations. You're so smart. You're so smart because you already get this. But if you want to learn how to sell in the DMs, get in today because it is the final day to get the DM coaching call with Danielle. So if you want to learn how to sell in the DMs, get in today, join today for the Virtual Business School, and you will be on the DM coaching call with Danielle. The other thing I just want to remind everybody of is that one of the things that makes it so easy for people to get results in the Virtual Business School is that we give you communication strategy. I have said this over and over and over again. A lot of you don't have a lead problem. You have a communication problem. You're not connecting with people and you're not using the channels of communication that are available to you. And so it's like you have this amazing product. You have this amazing talent, skill, and gift, but you're still hidden beneath a barrel. You need to take that barrel, flip it around, cut a hole in the bottom, and turn it into a megaphone. And that's what the virtual business school is going to help you to do. Take that barrel that's suffocating your business right now, flip it over, cut a hole in the bottom of it, turn it into a megaphone, and start using these very, very basic fundamental things. Guys, these things are so simple. I'm teaching them to Madison, my 11-year-old. Okay. She sent out 11 pitches in the last day because she's launching a new podcast. She's looking for sponsors. She wants to do PR for different products and stuff like that. Okay. The stuff we're teaching in virtual business school is so simple, an 11-year-old can do it. Okay. So we are going to give you 3 DM scripts for welcome messages, which are going to turn into conversations to sell your trust building offer. We're going to give you 2 template messages that you can use as for launches, masterclasses, webinars, whatever your live selling tools are going to be. We're going to give you 2 different invitation templates for booking a call, which needs to be a part of your routine every single week on social media. We're going to give you example call to action docs. There's 5 calls to action that should be built in your content every single week. A lot of you, again, you don't have a lead problem. You have a conversion problem. And the reason you have a conversion problem is that there is a communication breakdown between you and your audience. And by getting clear and getting consistent in your communication with your audience, you're going to begin to see that those conversions are going to go up and up and up. You're going to get the full example call to action doc. You're going to get 5 sales caption templates. You're going to get a sales email template. You're going to get a launch invitation template, and you're going to get a welcome series email, multiple emails in the welcome series. So again, this is the thing. Okay. You can be right or you can be rich. A lot of people are chasing their tails right now, trying to learn very new, complex strategies, trying to find the latest hack, trying to become the newest master in AI technology. I really strongly encourage you to start by going back to the basic premise of what business is all about: solving meaningful problems for people, getting customers, and serving the ones that you already have. You going back to that basic premise of getting customers and serving the ones that you have, and not doing an 18-step process to do something that you could literally do in a message that takes 3 seconds. So many of you are spending countless hours building automations, systems, digitizing things, sequences, funnels, all of these things. You're spending tens of thousands of dollars on these tools. The tools break every 30 seconds, number 1. And number 2, they don't work anyway. Okay. And so I really want to make sure that you know that all of this can just be massively simplified. So what I want to ask you is, of these 6 paths, how many of these 6 paths are you making daily sales from right now? So for everyone here, of these 6 pathways, how many of these are providing daily sales, are a part of your sales each week in your business right now? How many of these are you maximizing? Harmony says none. Monique says none. Minnie says 2. Good. Danya says 0. Marie says 3. Monique, come join BBS. Someone give her the link. Cherie says 3. Taya 2. Vanessa 2. Marianne none. Will none. Sarah 3. Okay. So needless to say, lots and lots and lots of opportunity. Now, normally what people do is they would look at something like this and they would say, okay, I need to go like learn this whole platform, and I need to learn all these fancy editing things, and I need to go take this course, and I need to go get a videographer, and I need to go get a script writer, and then I'm going to hire a copywriter, and then I'm going to get a graphic design person. Or you could just come in BBS. You could take one of the templates. You could pick your phone up. You could record a 30-second video. You could post it on your story, and you could get someone DMing you. Okay. So we're going to stop that. We're going to stop that insanity. There is a time and a place for going deep into specific subject matter in order to build on something. But these things that you see on the screen right now, you can all do this right now today. In fact, you can do this right now today without virtual business school. You can do this right now today just by listening to me and saying, okay, I'm going to commit and I'm going to do this. Or you can come in the virtual business school and you can get constant reminders. You can get constant scripts. You can get constant prompts. You can get all of our templates that are already high converting. You can get us delivering back to you all the things that are already working so that you can shortcut that whole process and leverage our brains to use for your business. Is there anyone here that would like to leverage our brains to use for your business? Yes. Yes. Okay. If you know you're joining us in the virtual business school today, let me know in the chat below. Facebook friends, who on Facebook is joining us in the virtual business school today? Marie says yes. Will says yes. If you know you're joining us in the virtual business school today, let me know in the comments down below. Here's what's important to remind you of. Today is the final day for the DM coaching call with Danielle. Okay. Today is the final day for the DM coaching call with Danielle. If you're not selling in the DMs right now consistently, and you would like to be selling in the DMs consistently, then join Virtual Business School today and get this coaching call. Because even if you take that one strategy and you say, okay, every day I'm going to make one sale in the DMs from the people that are already following you, they're already engaged on your platforms, they're already consuming your content, all you have to do is engage them, build rapport with them, and then make an invitation to them. If you want to learn how to do that, come join Virtual Business School. So just as a reminder, these are the basic things that are included. Okay. The business module of the month, business growth module of the month, usually with me. If it's not with me, it's with a 7 to 9 figure founder, but usually with me. The live marketing masterclass, the monthly Q&A, and the monthly implementation session. So this is 50% you understanding what you need to grow, and 50% you taking action and actually being led through the breakdown of what we taught you how to do, getting you to do it, right? Okay. So those are your core 4. Everyone gets them, both monthly and annual members. Everyone gets the trainings on the Fast Foundations, the Miracle Hour, and the Dream 1000. Those are the 2 most important fundamental trainings for you to scale in 2025. And I even put that ahead of launching. Those of you that have been following me for many, many years, you know I've been teaching the live launch for over 7 years now. And you notice we haven't talked about the live launch this week. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is that live launch is as powerful as ever before. And you see that we're in a live launch right now. However, live launch is now contingent on your ability to execute the fundamentals. So you skipping over what we're doing in Virtual Business School and going and launching probably isn't going to help you very much. And in fact, by the end of this year, I already announced this, but I'll just share it again. We will not accept people into the business advisory to come learn how to scale from 7 to 8 figures doing live launch with us unless they're in the Virtual Business School. Why? Because I don't want to hear why your launch failed because you're not doing the Miracle Hour and you don't have a Dream 1000. You got to get the Miracle Hour working. You got to do the Dream 1000. You have to get the basic fundamentals, because even with the power of live launch, if you don't get these fundamentals working, your launches are going to be inconsistent at best. However, the result that we've seen when we got these fundamentals dialed in, when we focus fiercely daily on the Miracle Hour and the Dream 1000, is that our launches went from 3 to 4% conversion up to our last one at 14% conversion. So this is the rocket fuel of all rocket fuel if you want to scale your business. And as I mentioned earlier, we're making it a requirement for anyone who wants to come and do high ticket coaching and consulting with us or wants to learn the live launch, because there's no point in launching if you're not doing the fundamentals well. And that is a very clear and strong message that everyone should take from this workshop this week. And I've been talking to all of our clients about this. This is why I strongly encourage any of you that are watching that have a 6, a 7, or an 8-figure business, you should be in here and you should have your sales and marketing team in here, because they're going to need it in order to get the results in your launches. Now, the beautiful thing about what you're learning in the Virtual Business School is that you can start not only making daily sales with what you're learning in the Virtual Business School, but using the masterclass strategy to actually sell at scale. And because it's a trust building offer, you don't need a huge full-blown launch with all these assets and all these steps and all this long thing in order to do that. So that's another conversation for another day. But I will say, and it's very important for you all to know, that if you want your launches to perform in the market of today, you have to get the fundamentals locked in. And that is why we're putting so much emphasis and so much focus on the virtual business school, because a lot of the other things that we teach organizationally, other places in our ecosystem, hinge on this. So I don't really want other people randomly coming in to my other programs that are not already here, because they're going to be missing so much of what their success is going to be determined by. Okay. Now, I do want to quickly go over, let me know in the chat if you're joining us, by the way. I want to celebrate with you. If you know that you are joining us inside the virtual business school. Yes, Monique. Congratulations. Best decision ever. I can't wait to celebrate with you. Annette just upgraded. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Let us know, friends on Facebook. Friends on Facebook, we want to hear from you as well. If you're watching today on Facebook, let us know if you are joining us or if you already did. Congratulations, Annette. I love it. Hold on. I missed up above because I'm talking and I'm not reading the screen. If you joined us today or you know you're joining now, let me know in the chat. I'm so excited to celebrate with you. Okay, I want to go over some of the bonuses with you guys. We talked about the big sales template bundle. Today is the final day. Today is the final day if you want the DM coaching. So if you want to learn to sell in the DMs, not only, oh, yay, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. We get to spend more time together. Wonderful. If you want to learn how to sell in the DMs and you want to take the templates that we're giving you and learn how to effectively implement them, and you want to get some additional feedback and ideas and customized focus on that, then you want to be on the DM coaching call that's coming up with Danielle. Today is the final day for that. So if you want to be on the DM coaching call with Danielle, go ahead and join us now and let me know in the chat when you join us so that I can celebrate with you. Okay. What you see on your screen there is all of the bonuses coming up, and you see live. You see live next to all of those. So what that means is that we're a bunch of old recorded stuff. We are bringing you the latest, the greatest, the exact, specific, precise, what is working now. And we're guiding you through real time how to take action. Congratulations, Janelle. Janelle just joined us. Yay. Who else is joining us here live today? Let me know in the chat so I can celebrate with you. If someone on the team could put in the chat the date and time of Danielle's DM coaching, that would be fantastic. And then what is the difference between the membership versus the annual? Okay, so when you join monthly, it is $49 a month from now until Tuesday. On Tuesday, the price goes up. And you get, as a monthly member, you get the core 4 every single month, which includes the business growth module, the masterclass, the Q&A, and the implementation session. You also get the fast foundations. Okay, and then you get the bonuses that are specifically for this launch. So what I have on the screen right now, these are the membership bonuses, the monthly membership bonuses. These are available between now and Tuesday. Tuesday is the final day. Okay, the price goes up and the bonuses all go away on Tuesday. Okay, so these are all tools that you get and trainings that you get when you join as a monthly member between now and Tuesday. Today is the final day for the DM conversation coaching. The DM conversation coaching, if you want to learn how to sell and close in the DMs, can you imagine what a relief it is? I will tell you guys, because I've managed high ticket sales teams for 20 years now. Not 10 years, 20 years, because I started in the Fortune 500 world. We did everything with calls and meetings. 20 years. Do you know what a relief it is to be able to sell things in the comment section of a post and in a DM and on a live stream? I will tell you, I am, I'm not going to say anything that I can't back up here. So I can't make any guarantees, but I will say, I feel it's definitely added some years to my life to be able to sell things in the comment section of a post, or in a DM thread, or, on a live stream, and not have to have like 3 team members talk to someone and, a relationship for like a year and a half. And all those things are good and they're great. And, they're important for high ticket sales. But I think for a lot of you, you are going to feel such a sense of just relief. Anybody just feel that relief? it is going to feel so good. It feels so good to finish the day with a win every single day. That's the gift I want to give to you in virtual business school is I want you to be able to finish the day with a win every single day. Okay. Many more bonuses are being added to the calendars actually this afternoon. So probably this evening is when you will see all of the bonuses added to your ad event link and they will be loaded to the calendar. Okay. So to answer that question that came in, what's the difference between the monthly and the annual? This is the monthly. These are the bonuses. You get the core four and the fast foundations. Now, what is really, really special about the pay in full is that if you are an annual member, you get all new bonuses that are released for the entire year that you are an annual member. So every 4 or 6 weeks, whenever we do a workshop or we do a masterclass, we release a ton of new bonuses. When you are an annual member, you don't just get the new bonuses in the time when you joined, you get the new bonuses the entire year that you are an annual member. This is the most special part of being an annual member. And this is why it's a complete and total no-brainer. I had someone tell me yesterday, this program is easily worth $10,000, $20,000. Why? Because these trainings alone are more valuable than the things a lot of you have paid for in the high ticket programs that you've been in, quite frankly. It's probably worth multiple what you paid in high ticket coaching programs. So these are the pay in full bonuses for this particular cycle that we're in. All of these bonuses will be added to your ad event link probably by tonight. And in addition to all of these, you will also get all of the new bonuses that we release over the next year. And here's the really, really cool part about it. If you're joining, let me know. If you're joining, let me know. I want to celebrate with you. Sherry Lee, congratulations. Okay, great. If you are joining, let us know. Yes, every single thing happens on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. Every single thing. It always happens Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern because we don't want you to remember our theme is keep it simple. Yes, Minnie would like to upgrade to an annual membership. Very smart choice, Minnie. The team can help you to do that. They'll put the link there for you. Krista just posted that there for you. If there's anyone else that would like to upgrade to annuals so that you get all of these bonuses and all of the upcoming ones, just post in the chat either on Facebook or here on Zoom, and the team will send you the link to go ahead and do that. These are all of the annual bonuses. The thing that's most special about annual is that you get access to all of the bonuses released, which you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these bonuses are all live. This is the whole thing, the value proposition of the virtual business school. This is not old pre-recorded junk. This is literally what we are learning, what we know to be true, what is performing, what is converting, and what we can do to serve that to you on a silver platter so we can take our brains and use our brains on your business. There is no better investment that you can make right now. There's no better investment that you can make right now. So go find a couple subscriptions that you don't need, that you haven't been using, and go find a way to get rid of those so that you can spend your hard-earned money on something that will change your life. And that's what the virtual business school will do. And more than anything, I think the biggest thing is forget the money, because making money and closing clients is great, but lowering your stress is worth a lot. Simplifying your business is worth a lot. Okay. Sherry Lee just posted, it's literally a no-brainer. She said she came to the free workshop in August. She changed her business. She learned so much. She turned it into 5K. She used it in her first successful challenge. Yeah, exactly. Like the stuff we offer for free is probably worth more than the stuff you've paid for in the past. Of course, the stuff that you pay for with us is going to change your business, is going to change your life. Okay. So these are the annual bonuses. Today is the final day for the DM coaching. So if you want to learn how to sell in the DMs, you're specifically focused on your trust building offer, join us. Here's one other thing that's really special and really important about this membership. Okay. Most of the time when founders create a membership, their goal is passive income. Their goal is to do as little work as possible, have as little contact with their customers as possible, and to basically just make as much money as they can from it. That is the exact opposite premise of the virtual business school. We are all in. You will see me. I'm in the Facebook group every single day. I'm creating the business module that comes out the first week of every month. I love communicating with our members. Ignacio is our full-time executive director of the school. He is not fractional. He's not a contractor. He's not, someone that's doing all these other things. He is the full-time executive director of the school. And what's amazing about that is when we go to design the new master classes, the new modules, the new bonuses that we release, a lot of times they come from the feedback that you give to Ignacio. And Ignacio immediately brings that to myself or Danielle or whoever it is and is like, oh, this is coming up. I've heard this from multiple people. This is something that's important. Like, we should do something around this. And so that direct line from you to us is always there. And our vision is to really disrupt the higher education space where people are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. One of the things that I've taught for many, many years is just the importance of living below your means, living a debt-free life to any degree that you possibly can. And that is a big part of legacy for me, is helping people to get debt-free. And that's why it's so important to me that the virtual business school is accessible for you and that we make this as simple as humanly possible for you to make money, so that if you do have debt, we're not contributing to it. And that what you're learning in the virtual business school will be a part of eliminating it. Can I get an amen to that? Because it matters so much. It matters so, so much. I came from a home where my parents fought every single day of the week about how we were going to pay the bills at the end of the month. Every day. Every day. The stress of financial pressure to me is indescribable. I lived with it my entire young adult life. And my whole adult life was really about, how do I create a life where I will never duplicate that? And a huge part of my legacy is now creating the virtual business school to help people eliminate debt and stay out of debt so that you don't have financial pressure in your life. And that is why I have such strong feelings about the importance of there being an alternative outside of the high ticket space where people can learn these concepts, and then having a place to go in the high ticket space when you're ready to add on the customization, the one-on-one, maybe, scalable or high level masterminding or something like that. Once you have these fundamentals working for you and you're having success and getting results, so that you actually have the cash flow to make those strategic investments in that hands-on support that you want and that you need at those higher levels. Okay. So there are 6 different pathways where you can make daily sales without complicated funnels, extra tools, new assets, or big launches in your business every single day. The virtual business school is going to teach you how to maximize and capitalize on every single one of them. And we can't wait to help you have fun and be fulfilled and be joyful in your business every single day. I want you to know that you're not wrong and you're not crazy if things have felt really, really hard the last 2 years. But I also want you to know that there's a massive silver lining to that. And the silver lining is that there is pent up demand that you do not even know. There is so much out there waiting. There are people waiting for you to create an offer. Julie told us literally people were writing, thank you, thank you, thank you for making this possible. Thank you for creating this for us, because they wanted to work with her. It's just people have gone through a lot the last couple of years. And even if they are your best buyer and your ideal buyer, they may not be in a position right now to make that big leap. So I'm excited for you. I hope that you will announce your founding members launch this afternoon. I hope you will dive in and just start having fun and making offers to your audience right away. And I want you to know that whatever support you need or information or tools or templates or education or ideas, they all live inside the virtual business school. So if you feel like you need a little bit more structure around that, you need some more trainings to help you make it happen, join us inside the virtual business school. We can't wait to help you. It's a lot of fun being a part of this community. I personally, it feels like a business owner hitting $1 million in their business every day when I see someone winning with their trust building offers, because I know it's the bridge to the future. So thank you all for spending this time with me today. Go ahead and get yourself registered for the virtual business school today, because that DM coaching is going away today. As a reminder, if you're here with us now, go ahead and get yourself started, because the price is going to be where it's at until Tuesday. But why wait until Tuesday when you could get started growing now, today? Thank you and congratulations to everyone that joined us while we were here live today. And just a reminder that there is co-working happening at 4 p.m. Eastern today. So come and join us if you want some help getting started taking action. Thanks for being here, and we'll talk soon.